we're going to be discussing the influence room. These guys have a different way of how influencers access brands and how brands access influencers. Rather than just pay the influencer, that brand would only send the product to those who have bid for it. They get the product or service for free. There's no money exchange hands.
I like your product. I will do a video about it.
Exactly. Welcome to The Fake Marketer, everyone. My name is James Urquhart, and again, here we have Nicholas Boddington of Boddington Beer. Nick, welcome.
Welcome.
How are we?
I'm all right, thank you. Thank you for having me on the podcast again.
Honestly, Nick, it's just amazing.
Do you think anyone will ever get bored?
No one listens, so no. Yeah, Michael and I listen, that's it. So that's it.
Yeah. No, people do listen.
I fixed the thing where it's glitching, where it used to have random glitches.
Okay, that's good.
People do listen.
Exported it to the desktop instead of to a backup drive, and apparently it works.
Boom. Did you do your homework?
Which was.
Okay, so today we're going to be discussing pointless.
No, I went back because I thought you told me that you were going to send it to me, and I found the audio. And I think originally you said you'd do it, and then you said actually ask Olivia.
Have you asked Olivia?
No.
So either or, still not done.
Not
and
done.
did you do the homework the next Saturday?
Which was what? Oh, the something to do with AR. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't, but I remember what
Cool.
it was.
So today we're going to be discussing.
I always used to do my homework at school.
Yeah.
Did you terrified
I was terrified of not doing it.
I think we need to make things worse.
So we're going to be discussing today the influence room, which is a platform for people to get access to influencers, but they've got a very different sort of ethos and how they reach out to influencers and how influencers actually.
You just cost him money there, Michael. You paid the sponsored. You just clicked his sponsored link.
Cheers, Alex. Roger, £4.
I'm trying to get my PPC cost down. It's costing £11 at the moment.
It's bad, isn't it?
Thanks, Michael.
So, these guys have a different way of how influencers access brands and how brands access influencers. So, before we go into it, seen any good ads?
I saw an ad actually only about 15 minutes ago that got my interest, took me to the website, watched 3 videos, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting served a few ads at the moment, because I understand how are you looking for sweets, are you? I'm understanding how the algorithm works, obviously, because that's what I do. So I've been sent Coots Bank. Yeah, not there yet.
Can I just give a shout out to Coots Bank's either marketing agency or team. If it's Coots Bank yourself, we're available because he's not your
deposit
market.
of the first year 25,000, second year 1 million.
Cool. So again, not
Saw
your
that.
market.
But then I did see one which I thought was actually a great headline because it's the second time I've seen it and I've paid attention both times. Owning 5 holiday homes. So like timeshare, but it's not timeshare. So own 5 holiday homes for £500,000. And you can use them for 12 weeks of the year, which I thought was pretty good. I haven't got half
Wow,
of it.
that's quite good at targeting because we always discuss, and we've discussed a lot at the moment, when you're going to move away from the UK because your kids are older. So it's good.
That's actually good targeting.
Yeah, it's very good targeting.
And I think that's actually a pretty good deal if you've got that kind of money.
Where would you move?
Right, so if you're going to go and buy a holiday home, it's going to cost you £500,000. Oh, well, am I going off track?
Yeah. Yeah, well, No.
Yeah.
This will go down a rabbit hole, and we'll be here.
Yeah. What's your ad?
I've not really seen any decent ones in the last week, in truth. So
Great. End of that.
yeah,
that
I
thing.
genuinely, I do look out, but no, I've not seen many.
Oh, I've watched another one, which is for a tequila and it's got that cool actress, the actor in it that we love, who does that. Oh, I can't
One
remember what he
actor.
does.
He acts.
Wolf of Wall Street. He's the one sitting. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
So he's so the advert has been done to make a pickle margarita or something. So they pour all the juice out, they pour that in, and now it's probably his tequila.
Okay.
They mix it all up and then they drink it.
Okay, nice.
I watched the whole thing,
Cool.
so that's quite a good one.
No, that's good. Yeah, but I've not seen any, so I can't give any.
So let's go back to the influencer room.
So the influencer room. So
Can we explain to the audience what an influencer is? Because I know this word gets put along, and sometimes people get confused with what a content creator is and an influencer.
the floor's yours now. What is the difference?
Well, a content creator is someone who will make content. Yeah. So they're going, yeah, we're really good on reels and stuff like that. And there was a thing over the last 12 months where, because we know we're doing it for some clients, where 1 minute it's like, yeah, I'll do a reel for 100 quid based on that product. 3 months later, like, no, I'll have 500 quid for that. And we remember we were saying how they'll price themselves out the marketplace. So they don't necessarily have a huge following. They're just very good on camera. You can say what product, you can give them a script, and they'll do a video for you, which you can then use as an ad. An influencer is someone who's got an audience that you're going to pay money to, depending on their audience size, to get your product out to their marketplace. Yeah? What would you, well, based on the influencer ring, because this is your little bag that you been doing a lot of work with, what do they class as their minimum size as an influencer?
So I agree with what you said, but I think the lines have been blurred more recently.
Of what is classed as an influencer and a content creator?
Yeah, because a lot of influencer marketing, and again, you use people like Kim Kardashian, or you use like those A-list celebrities, like you mentioned Matthew McConaughey earlier, in which an
influencer is someone who's got a large audience, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think a lot of people have used this term influencer sort of quite haphazardly, and they aren't actually. Even if you've got 10,000 followers now, no disrespect, it could be a woman just that shows a little bit of nipple, she'll get 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
She's not an influencer.
No.
Whatsoever.
You've got to influence people into
yeah,
doing
and
something.
she is in her own right, but not in terms of she's not influencing her.
Yeah.
They're just there for a perv. So I think the lines have been blurred, and even more so on TikTok. So
for that reason.
But the influence room. So these guys, it's owned by Anya and Alex. Alex is a BBC broadcaster who does the podcast with James Haskell and the other chap, I can't remember his name, the rugby players, the good, the bad, the rugby. So they have millions of listens every week. And Alex has been sort of the sort of rugby BBC broadcaster for donkey's years. And when I first met him, he was telling me about why he set up the influence room, which was a really interesting story. So because he's got hundreds of thousands, millions of followers on Twitter, he always used to get sent stuff from agencies or people that want him then to repost. But he once got sent, and hopefully I'm telling the story correctly here, he got sent a huge Lego Star Wars like hamper.
Yeah.
He said it must have cost thousands.
Yeah, because that stuff's not cheap.
No, but he said not only do you have to take into account the Lego, the product, they obviously got an agency to find 100 top influencers, it was,
Yeah.
to repost it.
So it's not just him being sent it.
No.
It's 100 of them being sent it.
So it cost thousands of pounds to, not only product cost, but actually to employ the agency to deliver all that stuff. And he couldn't fathom why on earth
Someone will pay that kind of money.
Well, he's not interested in Star Wars. He's not interested in Lego.
Oh, so basically where they've got it wrong is, let's just go with the only requirement is how many followers you've got.
Correct.
Not this person's not.
No.
A bit like the podcast, the Diary of a CEO. He only gets sponsored by things that he uses
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, he's an investor.
Yeah, he's an investor. In fact, okay, he's promoting the.
Sorry, I don't want to be negative because he's very successful. He's done very well for himself, but he's very much buttering his own bread.
We'd all do it. We're about to do it.
I'd be here, I'd be like, "Ooh, look about this." Honestly, it's brilliant. So I get that. But that guy doesn't do a lot. So So he got sent this product. He couldn't understand why he was sent it, and this happened a lot. And he couldn't understand why a brand would employ an agency to do that, essentially so badly, because he has no affinity with the product. Just there's no, so he then set up the influence room, which the concept was very simple. You would, as a brand, get in front of influencers, but rather than just get paid by the influencer, pay the influencer, that brand would only send the product to those who have bid for it. So, for example, right now, Influence Room, I think, have about 13,500 influencers, content creators on their platform. And I've put a bid live today for a client of ours called this Positive Science Company, which is owned by Sandra, who looks at collagen and some other supplements. Now, what Sandra's done in the past is pay influencers to create content for them. And it wasn't very good, and she says quite pouty, all that stuff. But actually, what's happened here is we've put a bid out. Now, the only people that bid for it are the people that get it that actually.
So that's been done for Sandra's stuff.
I've got it in front of me now. So the difference with this is that you put a bid live, and rather than people get paid, they get the product or service for free. So it's a pure contra. There's no money exchange hands.
I like your product. I will do a video about it.
Exactly. So, for example, let's say if we go back to Alex's story. Now, if Alex was on this platform and he was one of the influencers, he wouldn't bid for Star Wars Lego because he has no affinity with that product.
But if there was something to do with sports, he'd be all over it.
Absolutely.
So how do the influencers, they get the product? Are you paying to put that bid out?
We are, yeah. So we've paid the influence room to put the bid on. So the average bid costs around £3,000. Now for that, you can limit the volume of bids you get, or you can do unlimited for that amount of money, which is brilliant. So for this one, we've done for the guys over with Sandra and the guys, which is they're going to get 6 months of product for free.
Okay. Because I know what the product is, obviously it's to do with health and stuff. It needs 6 months to actually see if it works. You can't just do it.
Absolutely. So, and what we've done is the bid we've put out is around, and again, what's lovely with this system is that you can, or this platform is, you can tell the influencers or the content creators what you want out of it. So, what we're offering, what we're looking for, and what the terms. So the terms are around, I want a video every week or every month. Now, you've got to be careful because, if you're asking for too much content or too many videos, they're not going to do it because they know how much the product is. So they wouldn't do it. Whereas obviously 6 months worth of, 6 months worth of this product is quite a lot of money actually. So it'd be great to get people, unboxing videos, but also a few weeks in and then right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So how do they find this platform has actually gone in the market? Well, 13,000 people have joined up to it.
Well, 13,000 influencers, but they have clients like Sky, Amazon, like they have real big names.
So those influencers a lot of those are active, actually on the platform bidding for stuff and things like that.
Yeah. So for example, we set the bid live, a couple of hours ago. We've already had 11. Yeah. We've had 11 bids. One's bizarre actually. One's a roller skate. A roller skater, really strange, from Bristol, Zara Terry. She's got 192,000 followers on TikTok.
And then how many influencers can Sandra and her team use?
So for this one, they can have as many as they want.
Because it's up to their product. They've got to get the product out, so they need to work out.
So there's two things on this. Is you've got the initial bid cost, which is £3,000 minimum, so it starts at that price. But then secondly, you've got obviously your product or service costs. So for example, for Sandra and the guys, they've got a product cost. For someone to have 6 months worth of product, there's a cost associated to that.
Yeah.
But actually, if you look at the bid plus the product cost, actually, and how much content am I going to get? If you reverse engineer that and go, well, per video, it's going to cost me X. Actually, I'm better off doing this, and I would actually just going to create some videos myself.
Yeah.
Which seems mad, doesn't it?
And then you get to keep the content afterwards. Yeah, which we've seen how, even just with some of our accounts now, even one we're just talking about today, how we've got new content going out, and it's just like transformed their costs.
Yeah. Well, what's lovely with this is, so not only do they keep the content, but some of the influencers actually post it on their platforms as well.
So that would just be luck, though, isn't it? If you suddenly got someone who had 500,000 followers for I don't know, a protein shake or something like that, and they decided to put it out to their own platform, is that just like a potluck suite of one? Like
Well, I think there's two things there. If someone's genuinely interested in the product or service, they're going to create content which they want to post, don't they? Because again, from a content creator and influencer, they've got to keep creating content, haven't they?
yeah. So there's nothing in there. So let's say that some fitness guy did it. He's got 1 million followers. Suddenly it's like, wow, we're getting loads of sales in from that. He or she's not owed any of that. There's nothing in there to say.
So there's no like discount codes or anything like that of that level. This is just, we're going to create some content and you can put it on your socials if you like to. If not, just we'll have access to it and own the IP to that content. But What's lovely on the system is that you get to see what their followership is across Facebook, Instagram,
of
YouTube.
the people that come back to you and bid.
Correct. So like Gemma Townley here, Clacton on Sea actually, like CV.
Yeah.
She's got 12,500 on Instagram, 900 on TikTok, 21k on YouTube. And they put a little bid message, so they have to put a little message on. So this one is, we would like to share with our followers and give your company more recognition and advertisement. The majority of followers between 18. My family and I love trying out new products and visiting different places. We love sharing everything on our social medias. Now, I think that one's a bit of a ruse. I don't think they've read it properly. A bit of a freebie. Yeah, they've not really seen that. So again, but what's lovely with this is that you can see, like, if people are just copy and pasting a same message like that one, you wouldn't give them the bid.
Yeah, so you can choose who gets it.
So can you pick as many as you like from those bids?
Yeah.
So what do you mean copy and pasting it?
Well, for example, this one, whoever this person is, so Gemma, I can tell she's just copy and pasted that message.
It's quite vague.
It's quite vague. She's not.
She just sends it to anyone that she just sees bid after bid after bid.
So she wouldn't get it. We're not going to accept her.
And for all we know, she's bought her followers.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
Like this one here, Abby. I'd love to create a reel showing.
So
the
you're
benefits
able to do. You're able to do due diligence.
Well, they've got to show. They've got to ask. They've got to show you why they want it.
Yeah.
Like, so you will get. There are some red herrings with all of this. There always will be. But like this one here. Like this one, I've been in love with your brand for a while now, and love to collaborate with you. Well, she's a 23-year-old girl from Batley. I can tell you now, she at no point is following the Positive Science Company or at any point engaged with them. So that is a bit of BS there.
Yeah.
So again, what's nice with this platform is that you can sift through this.
How many followers does she have, for instance, 23-year-old?
10,500. She would be one of the influencers that we would class that we talked about earlier on in the day. One of those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, there's some of these which are great. The roller skate one's really interesting, actually. So she's actually Google her, Michael. So it's ZAIRA space Tary, TARY.
Out of interest, how many have they had? How many people have
just 11? It's only gone live for a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, so that's 11 people have come through from it.
Yeah,
it's so then you basically just need to see if they fit into your demographic.
Exactly that. So again, you've got their age, what their interests are.
Can you then sort all the people who've bid by those demographics?
Yeah, you can filter.
The system will do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that's good.
I was at the roller skates. So here's you. So this is
International Roller Dance Champion.
53,000 followers.
So skincare. So again, you'd look at this and go, okay. So if you click on,
she's into her.
Click on that, Michael.
Healthy eating, isn't it? So, street food for making my busy life easier.
Yeah, it's a bit like, I'm at events all the time, but you can get hectic, so I need to eat.
Healthy food delivered to her.
It's quite a skill, that, isn't it? She's the target market.
Yeah.
She'll be perfect. So she'll be one of the ones. She'll be one of the ones that are filled.
50,000 followers. Solid.
50. 50. See if that's pulling through correctly. Let's just check.
Yeah, look, she's into sports sciences.
Yeah, 53.4. There you go. Yeah, so again, that's perfect. That's that's she'd be without speaking on Sandra's behalf, I would be shocked if she isn't picked for this bid.
So once you pick them, are you then able to tell them like what you sort of want them to do?
That's in the initial brief. So before they bid, yeah. So very like, this is what you get, this is what we're going to give you, and this is what we expect back. So before anyone bids, they're fully aware of what they're going to get.
Otherwise, you might get someone who's good, but then they make a video that's not really what you want.
Oh, we've had it mate, with Coco. Kim Kardashian put us on a post
And tag the wrong one.
and tagged him Jimmy Choo.
Jimmy Choo shoes. And she's a friend of the guy.
Yeah, that would have been massive if they'd done it wrong.
Jimmy Choo.
Literally, everyone's gone, oh, sweet, clicked onto a shoe company. Have all her followers. Actually, on her own channel of how many she got?
A lot.
600 million, probably.
Millions.
It's got to be 600. In fact, at the time, I remember looking, I'm sure it's 300 million then. She's probably at $500 million.
Like, how ridiculous is that?
And then I think we'd asked her to repost it, or Jimmy, something like that.
Please.
I mean,
No, she changed the link. She changed the tag. But it was gone by then.
I've seen a lot of really big influencers like advertising like mobile games and stuff. I've seen a few in the last few days. Like Kylie Jenner just did an ad for like a Candy Crushy type game. I saw someone like
it's probably because they're paying bloody big money, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
It's just
I thought it was like AI or something. But they went,
Kylie Jenner's not paying Candy Crush, is she?
I know that's legit.
Maybe she's
No.
sitting in the back of her.
But it's really, but these, there's a couple of platforms like the Influence Room that are sort of cropping up. There's been loads of influence platforms. There's Social Cat, I think's one as well.
But they've not worked the same way as a bid.
No, they don't. There are some similarities around them, but the reason why we've chosen the Influence Room, and we'll do moving forward for our clients, is because
Authenticity.
it's authentic. And actually, Alex's story resonated with us because we look at some of the influencers we tried to get from the States for clients, and it takes time, and it's we've just had another bid. Who would have known it?
Yeah, so they are active on the platform. And so are you able to explain, I don't know whether you know, how the influencers see a bid? Do they just log on the day and see new bids that have come in from different brands? So when they log in themselves, they'll just go to an area of different.
And this is the bid.
built
So again, you
set
see
by
what we're
categories
offering,
and stuff like that.
what we're looking for, what are the terms.
Yeah.
It's got some information for influencers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good. Oh, HelloFresh is on there as well.
Yeah,
look.
they've got some.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
So when they bid, when it says is that they have to bid the amount that you.
It's just a pure contra deal.
They'll go.
So the influencer would go, I want, for example, with Sandra, I want 6 months worth of gut health tablets. That's really bad. They would get that 6 months supply. That's it.
Oh, so they don't like bid actual money for it.
No, they're just
I
bidding.
think
No,
When it said bid, I was.
Their content for the product.
no, they're just bidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bidding on that.
What's the minimum amount of following to be an influencer on there?
I think it could be any old sausage.
Really?
Yeah.
So I could I might get the HelloFresh one, and I just do videos of HelloFresh. Hey, tonight I'm cooking this, my kitchen with a new pan.
Yeah, you could.
All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you could.
And then they just,
Yeah, you could.
yeah.
Like you actually could, yeah.
I suppose they'd have to pick you, but if you've got.
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly.
Cook it in your hex.
Because it's the content that's being created.
Can
as
you
we were
imagine?
saying.
Can you imagine if you went on, right, and Hexlab were like, "Hey, we're looking for someone." I'd just like.
Because at the end of the day, it's the content being created. It's not the following. It's potluck if they go post it to their own 100 million followers or
Yeah.
whatever. That's potluck.
But how many people have 100 million followers?
No one. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No. I mean, that was the first thing that came to my head. I should have just said 100,000. Because that's
But the fact is, a lot of these ones that have smaller followership, forget the girls with their boobies out. They actually have especially on TikTok now. Like,
well, look at Shein, whatever you pronounce it. They built that. It's actually Shein. I said Shein because everyone calls it Shein, but it's actually Shein.
okay.
Because I watched the program on it, and they said that's how you pronounce it. That was how they. Do you know that? Oh, so Shein is basically they've got websites like Boohoo, but their algorithm and everything and their whole homepage is like, you go on there, hey, buy this top for 10 quid. It's like cheap as chips. Then you leave and immediately pull back in again with an email saying, we'll give you 75% off. So you go in and buy it. So it's just, even Vicky, who works for us, she's just like, once you're in, it's just mayhem of offers.
It's like Temu, where it's like, have you ever, you go on and they put a big spinning wheel and then it's like...
Yeah. So what they did, in fact, James, it'd be good because I think it's on BBC iPlayer, Panorama with inside Shein or Sheen. So what they did, this Chinese guy who's like a top marketer whiz kid, he basically thought, right, let everyone else have these big followers. Because our products are cheap, they're throwaway clothes, you could buy a jumper for $3.99 or whatever, have it delivered to you next day. His marketing team just went basically to the world and targeted girls who might have 300 followers, 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, made sure they're active, and then just sent them clothes because it was so cheap for them to send them. They would just go, oh, I have that, pick all these clothes, get them all through the post free, and then they're all in the mirror doing all that posing and stuff. Then all their friends buy it, and within a year, it just went massive, overtook Boohoo, everyone else, and the whole Panorama is about the women in China and India who are making the clothes, are working like 22-hour days, washing their hair up in their lunch breaks because they have no other time to sleep.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, the clothes are like £5 for like...
And even, like Caroline's had it. Vicky was saying she bought something, by the next day it had already got a hole in it, she threw it out. It cost her $2.99. But they're just giving, micro-influencers had just made it just explode. So just like, right, our marketing budget is giving these girls free clothes.
Wow.
They've only got 1,000 followers, 300 followers, but like even Felix, my son, he's got 600 followers, but they're all active because they're all on Snapchat and all this sort of stuff constantly. And the girls are all in the mirror going, oh, look at me, look at these jeans. You know exactly, it's market's rife for it.
Yeah, no.
So they're like, well, we don't need Kim Kardashian to do it. We've got millions
That's
of young
how
girls.
Abercrombie and Fitch back in the day, they got the best looking guys in every college in America
to wear their gear.
and wear their gear, and that's how
Well, the same as the one down from Solcombe.
Yeah. That's how they did it. That was there. It was, influencer marketing before influencer marketing.
Yeah, clever.
So that's the influence room.
I think it's a brilliant platform.
Yeah,
Looking forward to seeing more of it.
No, they're very good. They've got some really good brands on there. Like I said, we've started working with them. I'm excited to see how that partnership grows this year.
Sounds like it's good for influencers and for brands.
Oh, it's a win-win. Like if you've got a bit of a following and you want to create content or you're creating content, it's brilliant. We're going to use it for our new product that's coming out in March. Which again we're going to do a bit of a podcast for at some point. So yeah, no,
Be
it's
1,011 bids for that.
hopefully.
Kim's got 364 million, by the way.
That's Kim Kardashian for anyone else.
Kylie Jenner's probably got more, isn't she?
She's number 5.
Kylie Jenner is.
Kim's number 8.
Ronaldo's top, isn't he?
Instagram's top. Instagram got 660.
Oh, Ronaldo, there you go. Lionel Messi.
Ronaldo, wow.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner did like this ad for like a mobile game. It's like a literal since the sound over it. But it's literally like one of these like games where you build like a little town. They must have paid us so much money to do this.
Like
10-minute job, half
printing money.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it? So yes, that's the influence room, everyone. Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Go and bid on the campaign. How long does the campaign stay up for?
So on average around 2 weeks we're going to put this one live for,
So
but
it'll be live at the time this podcast goes out.
yeah.
If people want to go.
Yeah. Wednesday, yeah. Yes, I will. Yeah, the 24th. Yeah. Yes, I will be. Yeah, so it's good. It's good. So that's all I've got for you today, Nick.
Brilliant.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, it's good.
It's been half an hour, isn't it?
I enjoyed that.
No, it's really just concise.
Yeah,
Oh, no effing about today. No effing or jeffing.
it was good.
Okay, cool. Well, everyone, thank you very much for listening to The Fake Marketer. I've been James. He's been Nick. See you next week.